Um, okay, I feel like I have so much to say, but yet I can't find the words to describe what an amazing mother and person she was. She was selfless. She always did everything for us always. Didn't matter if we needed her in the middle of the night or if she was not nearby or whatever. She always would do anything we needed. Always. I was always so proud of her, and she sure was proud of her grandkids. 2 days ago on Halloween, I took a picture of Patrick and almost sent it to her because she always loved getting pictures of all the kids. I kind of forgot for a minute that she was gone. In recent weeks, she had gotten very tired. I went to visit her last week, and she, my dad, and I played Scrabble like we used to do with Nana Byrne when I was a kid. We didn't get very far into the game because she got tired, but I will cherish that memory. This past week has really been a gift. We were all able to have time alone with her to make sure nothing was left unsaid, and she was also able to see all of her family. I was the one who first found her at 4 a.m. It was obvious that she had just passed minutes before, and her eyes were wide open and clear, and her mouth was almost smiling. I felt that she had just seen something beautiful, and that gave me comfort. She loved us so much, and we loved her. She was my best friend, and I'm really going to miss her.
Good job,
Put this down, I'm not going to be able to see. One of a kind, right? Many know Marguerite as the life of the party, one who would roar with an infectious laugh and often lack the filter. And when you did party with her and sat down for a conversation, it would almost always center around her family. To my mom, family and friends came first. Being with and supporting the ones she loved was the most important thing in her life. There wasn't even a close second. To me, she was a source of great strength. She had tremendous pride in me, and never passed up an opportunity to say how proud she was of me. I told her in her final days how important that was to me and how grateful I was. And I told her, I'm going to continue to need that sharing session. And she just smiled and nodded. And from that point, I knew that she would be with me always. My mom was extremely caring. She took a genuine interest in everyone she met. And she had a profound talent of making people around her feel comfortable. She also had a profound talent of making people around her feel very uncomfortable. If you ever went out for a meal with her, you would learn very quickly that if the food did not give her second-degree burns on the roof of her mouth, it was going back. And bars up and down the Jersey Shore learned that the only bartender who could make her a perfect Manhattan was her husband. My mom had been very sick for a number of years, but she fought through, continuing to party with the best of them. Because I think a part of her wanted to make sure that was how she was remembered, and not someone who let her sickness get the best of her. When she could no longer do that, she decided it was her time. She knew she had raised a great family who would look out for one another and make sure my dad was cared for when she was gone, and that gave her great peace. My mom left her mark, and her legacy is our family. a legacy I know she became even prouder of as we all pulled together to support one another and will continue to pull together because the family first values my mom had instilled in us. I wanted to recognize what an outstanding job my brother Bob did putting together this slideshow. We got a chance to preview it last night, and my daughter Brianne afterwards said that she loved it because she got to see Nana, while my son Henry said it made him sad because he's not going to be able to make any new pictures with Nana. I think that's how we all feel about the loss of my mom. While we're very sad to lose her, that's our sadness, not hers. Her memory lives in us, supported by the pictures we see, the videos we watch, and the songs we hear and sing. My mom was extremely proud of her Irish heritage, and the fondest memories I have of her was listening and singing along to Irish music, whether it was Saturday morning doing chores or going out with my family to go see the uncles play at the bars or at St. Patty's Day. So, in honor of my mom, I'd like to sing the chorus to one of her favorites, one that I'm sure was awaiting her Wednesday morning at the Hoolie when she went home. If you're Irish, come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you. And if your name is Timothy Rancourt, as long as you come from Ireland, there's a welcome on the map. And if you come from the mountains of Mourne, or Killarney's lake so blue, we'll sing you a song, we'll make a fuss. Whoever you are, you're one of us. If you're Irish, this is a place for you. Cheers, Mom.
Well, this is not cool. You guys don't understand. We all got together yesterday to review what we were going to do, so we weren't going to repeat. None of this crap happened.
Well, I couldn't get through the reading yesterday at all.
No. Nothing. It was like, no, it's fine. You follow that. Scratch that one. No, you know what? It's kind of funny. It all opens up the same way. My mom was the life of the party. And, being with friends and family really was the most important thing to her. If you know my mom, she was a darn good entertainer. She might not have been the one up on the stage, but she knew how to throw a party. She knew how to make everybody comfortable. She knew how to get the best out of everybody. And as a matter of fact, she was so good at it that, like, you could call my mom and be like, listen, she'd be like, all right, how many people? What's your budget? What's the occasion? How long you got to put it together? Best thing you could ever do, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you one of her well-known secrets. It's to bread hot dogs. Boil them all day long. Worked out very well that way. And, holidays were very special to my mom. And, she always had so much pride in Meg and Jimmy and myself when we were hosting. But trust me, we really weren't hosting. It was just our house. Same with our weddings.
But she was good at it.
No, she really was. No, actually, she really wasn't. And you know what? To be honest with you, we loved it all. Some of the greatest memories were after the holidays when she would tell us, well, we did this well. We could change this for next time. She really genuinely just loved being with all of you. She was a huge fan of our family. She loved it. And I mean, going and seeing Uncle Mike and Uncle Bobby and Uncle Jimmy, I mean, it was part of our lives. It was such a big part of our lives with her. And then seeing Bobby and Jimmy, it continued, and it was wonderful. She really, it's kind of funny because she always really did look for the best in people. She found the positive no matter how dark the situation was. She actually, I'll never forget when she was, she actually, let's see, they stole, she had her purse stolen after work. And she came home and, she was freaking out, and then she realized, no, it was stolen. And I'll never forget, after a moment she said, well, I just hope that the people that got it needed it more than me. because that's where she was. Now, my father didn't exactly agree with that. Actually, you know what? No, my dad did. My dad blindly supported my mom in every endeavor, and there were many. From Broomhilda. I mean, like, seriously. I mean, my mom was my first partner. My mom was my first ex-partner, too. And, my dad would honestly, he supported her in everything. I got to tell you, how many times right before all of you guys would show up for a shindig, my dad would be going out to get more ice, of course, right before. And, he, even the day before she died, my dad, was her number one. He made her coffee. And just like my brother said, you have to understand, making mom's coffee meant as soon as you got it out of the extremely hot Keurig, you put it into the microwave. For a minute and a half. I mean, and he really would, he would, just so it was, I don't know. My mom loved her family so much, and she was really there behind us when we needed her, and she was there to beat our behind when we needed it. It wasn't until I had my own kids that I realized how great she really was. And all the lessons that she taught me. Like rule 1, be thankful for everything because it could be a lot worse, which means you have it pretty good. Number 2, family always comes first, no matter what. Even when it means saying the hard things, always family comes first. Number 3 was a big one, which was trusting yourself and God will guide you through. And number 4 was always make sure you have enough ice. Always. My mom is still teaching us lessons today, and even in these last few days, especially about life and death. It's been really weird for me because we've been talking a lot about it, but there are no questions with me anymore about the next step. Being there through this has been an amazing experience in a lot of ways as well. And she did it again. She took something that I was scared of, and she made it not scary. I saw her as she was calling out for her mom and her dad and Uncle Huey. I saw her see these people. I have no questions anymore about what happens afterwards. And she gave that to me. I will miss her hugs. I'll miss her smile. I'll even miss arguing with her, which I was very good. That's a lot of practice. And most of all, I'm definitely going to miss my singing part. But she's still there to give us advice. We bought a car this week. It's a car I probably can't afford. and the funny thing is that my mom was there because I said that, I said to myself, I was like, oh man, that feeling when you do something and you're like, hey, if I bring the car into the driveway, will she go, God, it's beautiful, or will she say, you can't afford this? And it was the moment when I said, she knows that we can, and I can hear her in my mind. I know that that's always going to be there. She can still give me advice because I know what she would say. Now, if I listen to it or not, that's my decision. But, she's going to be there for all the holidays and all the gatherings because we're going to continue the traditions that she's taught us. We're always going to have the music because that was 100% important. Even though none of us played, we had to have a keyboard at every function. It was very, well, no, we don't. We pretend. And through the tough times, she's going to be there to just tell us to trust ourselves and God, and we'll make it through. My mom, she didn't go to church every day, but she was one of the most spiritual people I've ever met. She really believed in positive, and she taught all of us that. And it's how we get through. You look for the best in people, and that's how you see yourself. And she was 100% like that. I just wanted to say that, I've been listening. Your advice has made me who I am, and I'm proud of that, and I'm thankful for that. And we'll miss you, but you're with all of us, because we're not much better her being here. And I'm just gonna tell her to do what she told me to do on my wedding day, which is, I hope you dance and have a hell of a party. I love you, Mom. Singing?
Acapella.
Damn good, too.
So we gotta.
I think her husband is here from,
Oh, so
God, I think our first